Alright y'all, I have been reading the comments and y'all have been waiting patiently. Today is finally the day I check out my very first ever Rush album, which is Moving Pictures. Now this is going to be a very blind reaction. I did no research beforehand, not sure how they might sound like, some of their subject matter, or anything for that matter. So for the most part, y'all have a very high shooting percentage when it comes to, recommending albums. So I'm very curious as to how this is going to sound like. But y'all know the drill. If you enjoy the content, please consider signing up to the Patreon. The sole reason why I'm able to continue to make content, but honestly, just you being here really means a lot to me. Now, with all that said, without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Okay, starting off with track 1, which is Tom Sawyer.
A Monday warrior, mean strike. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna start it all over. I'm not gonna pause it too much. I let the music rock for the most part, but that started off very nasty. That was really good.
A Monday warrior, mean strike. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve a quiet defense, writing out the day's events.
Let's go. Come on. Oh man. Dun 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 dun. Oh, the way that broke.
What do you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the mist, catch the myth, catch the mystery, catch the grip. The world is love and life are deep. Maybe as the skies
Their production is wild.
Today's Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you, and the space he invades, he gets by on you.
This is so crazy for a track 1. Oh, wow.
No, his mind is not for rent to any god or government. Always hopeful yet discontent. Those changes aren't permanent. Oh, changes.
Oh my god, that is so nasty. Shout out to the drummer, man. Dun, 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 dun.
And what you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the witness, catch the wit, catch the spirit, catch the spit. The world is love and life are deep.
Yo, the
As his eyes are wide.
vocalist on here, he's doing an amazing job. that was a phenomenal track one. Whoever the drummer is, man. But even well, I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. So track one, Tom Sawyer. I heard the way the song introed was absolutely amazing. I was definitely not expecting that much of a progressive sound. Again, I didn't know what to expect when you start off with something very expansive and with all those synths. It's really crazy. At times it felt robotic. At times it felt like we were in space with the aliens. And just that guitar riff was absolutely disgusting. You can really just pick this song, break it down component to component. Each individual element itself was so nasty. It was so perfect. Amazing. Another thing I want to talk about in terms of the subject matter of the song, I really love rock music for this specific reason. It's their ability to bring in societal and modern kind of constructs and talk about it, and just especially when it comes to like not conforming to the societal standards or expectations. I find that rock music specifically, especially during this time period of this era, they really lean into that. And I've always been very fond of that as I've been reacting to the albums of the time. That was just a perfect track one. That was really nice. Dun, 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 all the synths and wow. Wow. Crazy. Just crazy. That wow. Okay. Dang. Okay, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to compose myself. Track two, Red Barchetta. Oh, wow. It was very somber and then it got pretty happy feeling.
My uncle has a country place that no one knows about. He says it used to be a farm before the motor law. And on Sundays I elude the eyes of the turbine freight. Too far outside the wire where my white-haired uncle waits.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, wow.
Jump to the ground as the turbo slows to cross the borderline. Run like the wind as excitement shivers up and down my spine. The doubting is gone. My uncle preserved for me an old machine for 50-odd years to keep it as new has been his dearest dream. I strip away the old debris that hides a shining car. 8 billion red Barchetta from a better vanished time. We'll fire up the willing engine, responding with a roar. Tires spitting gravel like amid my weekly crime.
That is.
In my head, shifting and drifting, mechanical music, a trembling surge. Well, together, hot melody, the scented country air. Sunlight on ground, the blue of the landscape, everywhere.
Oh my god. Okay, there's a lot going on. I love guitars so much, a lot. So if you haven't noticed, the guitars in the background, I play guitar, and maybe I'm a little bit biased when I hear them, but when they're doing what they're doing right now, it's just absolutely crazy. It's but in a good way. And then you add the drummer just doing his thing, just oh my, like even the different dynamic shifts of this song is just wild.
Suddenly ahead of me, across the mountainside, a gleaming alloy car shoots towards me, 2 lanes wide. I spin around with shrieking tires to run the deadly race. Go screaming through the valley as another joins the chase.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ride like the wind, straining the limits of machine and man. Laughing out loud with fear and hope, I've got a desperate plan. At the 1-lane bridge, I leave the giant stranded at the riverside. Race back to the farm to dream with my uncle at the fireside.
Oh, I love how they're letting it rock for the end. Oh. Okay, 2 tracks in. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this band is very known for having an amazing drummer, as well as the other stuff. But I don't know, I'm really gravitating towards the drummer right now. But everything about their music so far, just 2 tracks in, mind you, it's amazing in terms of, again, when you break the song down to layer by layer and you just choose an individual layer, you could really speak on that layer for a very extensive period of time. Now, there's a lot of different dynamic shifts between like quiet and then being a little bit more abrupt. It kind of sounded more of a storytelling kind of song where the vocalist has a very great voice in terms of, especially in track 1, you felt him. He was talking in first person, and then for track 2, it sounded like a narration, but he has a perfect voice where it can really fit into either category effortlessly, just because of the sound of his voice. And it sounds like you're moving through, like scenes of a movie are moving through, and he's just in the background telling you what the scene is going on because you can't see it, right? But even when you close your eyes, you have that movie playing. At first, I didn't know what a red Barchetta is, but then as listening to the song, it's a sports car, and just with the wind blowing, it just felt really nice. That song felt like you're driving with the windows down, or maybe with the top off, summertime. You get that freedom feeling, like life is just really good. That's what the song sounded like. Now, in terms of the different sections of the song, whether it's the bass or the guitar work, yo, this album is gonna be one of those albums for sure. Like I can tell already that it's gonna be one of those where I listen to it and I want to learn each individual instrument, like drums, bass. I play guitar already, but whatever it may be, whatever is going on with their playing, anything with the synthesizers, is gonna make me want to learn how to do it. But track 3 now, which is YYZ. Wow. Oh, wow. Man. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Oh. Yo, there's a wow. We got a more serious tone right here too. And then we're back. Golly. I'm trying not to curse as much, but if I were to curse, that would be one that I would definitely use a few words to just because. Wow. Wow. Now, I don't know what YYZ means, but I could definitely talk about just the instrumentation for a quick second. So there's no lyrics, of course, but whew, that was just what you call musicianship. Now, as that was playing on, I was thinking to myself, yo, how cool would it be to play with a band where everybody's in pocket and everybody's just feeling the groove? Now, I'm a bedroom guitarist. I only play in my room. I've never played with anybody else. Besides, like when you go to Guitar Center and maybe somebody's playing along to you without actually telling you, you get it's a very niche thing. But when I'm listening to this, the different time signatures at times very odd, but somehow still works tremendously well. The bass lines, the drumming, the guitar work, just everything was just like, how do I say this? Everything was so like synchronized. Like everybody was in that musicianship mode. And I'm sure it wasn't like a one take thing, but even when they drew out the beat for a bit and let the instrument rock by itself, that was awesome to hear. I love that. Yeah, that was just pure musicianship right there. That was really cool to listen to. But now moving on to track 4, which is Limelight. Oh, that little pause.
In touch with some reality beyond the gilded cage.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cast in this unlikely role, ill-equipped to act with insufficient tact. One must put up barriers to keep oneself intact. Living in the limelight, the universal dream for those who wish to see. Those who wish to be.
Come on, let's go.
Must put aside
Come on.
alienation. Get on with the fascination, the real relation, the underlying key.
Oh, smoothed it out.
Living in a fisheye lens, caught in the camera eye. I have no heart to lie. I can't pretend a stranger is a long-awaited friend.
Boom.
All the world's in need of stage. We are merely players, performers and portrayers. Each another's audience outside the gilded cage.
That is crazy.
Living in the limelight, the universal dream for those who wish to see. Those who wish to be must put aside the alienation. Get on with the fascination, the real relation, the underlying key.
Oh, you brought it down. Oh, you can tell that guitar's been through some stuff. Golly. Oh my God, that was crazy. Do I have to keep talking about the drummer, man? I feel like it's self-explanatory now. But so when you listen to the Limelight, it seems okay. I want to give props to the vocalist just because, again, his voice is just so perfect for this kind of subject matter. And from what we've heard so far, right? 3 out of the 4 tracks have lyrics. The last one didn't. Yeah, but his way of tackling just kind of just them talking about success and feeling isolated, even though they're very famous, or kind of some of the discomfort that comes with that kind of lifestyle. Now, I'm trying to figure out the word that encapsulates, if I use that word correctly, track 1, 2, and 4, where his voice is just perfect for talking about life. Now, I'm not sure if that puts it in perspective of what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling now. But I'm very fond of his voice, especially for this kind of subject matter. In terms of the production, again, very melodic guitar work. So as I'm listening to that, I'm like, whew, oh, wow. Like, because I'm picturing it being played and not just, just hearing it. I'm picturing, okay, you're doing this right here. This is the technique you're using here. you're probably using this kind of pick. You know, I'm getting into the nerdy stuff, but yeah, that solo was just wow. That was one of those ones. Was like, okay, that guitar's been through some stuff. That guitar has felt the emotions of this world, and it let it out for sure. But yeah, that was really nice in terms of just vocally, drumming, bass, guitar. They're just on all cylinders right now, and I like when you can hear that in the chemistry of the band. But track 5 is The Camera Eye. Oh, this is an 11-minute track. Now I'm letting you know, I do gotta pause it every once in a while because I cannot let it rock for 11 minutes straight. I would get this video. This video would get taken down. Yeah, come on. The way they speed up the tempo is so effortlessly. Okay, I'm gonna run it back a couple seconds. I have to pause it at 3 minutes. I'm gonna try to do every 3 minutes to pause, just because if I don't pause it, this video would get taken down or I would get a copyright strike. Now, so far 3 minutes in, no lyrics, but you feel every bit of the music though. I like that when it comes to this band so far, is just that you don't necessarily need any lyrics or any kind of vocals because these instruments are telling stories themselves, or you just feel a part of the instrument. Now I'm gonna run it back again in just a couple seconds. If it does it, there you go. It just rewinded by itself for some reason, I'm sorry. gosh.
Grim face and forbidding, the face is closed tight, an angular mass of New Yorkers, pacing in rhythm race the oncoming night. They chase through the streets of Manhattan, headless humanity, paws at a light, and flow through the streets of the city.
That is so cool. Their use of pausing during the music is really well timed.
They seem oblivious
What?
to a soft spring rain, like an English rain. So light yet endless from a leaden sky.
That feeling I get from this part right here, I don't know how to explain.
Feelings are lost in the limitless rise. My feet catch the pulse and the purpose follows stride. I feel the sense of possibilities. I feel the wrench of more realities.
Ooh. Damn.
The focus is sharp in the city.
What? Okay, again, they don't care about time signatures or anything like of that matter. They just wow. The way I kind of picture their composition of music is if you put them in a rage room and they just break everything. And you know how there's like beauty and just in terms of like getting your emotions out. I feel like they're doing it in a rage room. That probably makes no sense at all. My analogies are extremely horrible, or comparisons, or whatever I'm trying to explain. It's just not that good. But when I listen to music, and I'm listening when I listen to Rush right now, it's like I want to know how the studio sessions were like. What made you do that? What made you go with this decision and scratch off this one? What made you just come up? Again, this is later on in their careers. I think Apple Music said this was like what, album 8 or something like that. Yeah, the 8th studio album. So they've had some time to kind of, get into their sound. So I'm very curious to see their earlier works too, or hear their earlier works. Okay.
Blissful unweather, the ride still prevails, alive in the streets of the city.
I'm gonna switch up something real quick. Okay, so I searched up where the band Rush is from, and they're from Canada. I was like, okay, because some of the words they're using and some of the just descriptions and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, they're definitely not from the US. And I kind of would have guessed the UK just because the UK has a lot of great rock bands from what I've been reacting to. And yeah, they're from Canada. So awesome. Cool. We got some Canadian love over here.
Are they oblivious to this quality, equality of light unique to every city street?
This section of the song, I don't know how to describe it.
Pavements may deem with intense energy, but the city is coming as fire and sea.
Oh. Oh, go higher. Wow.
I feel a sense of possibilities. I feel the range of our realities. The focus is sharp in the city.
That's how you know they care about music. To the very end, they're adding stuff to the song. That's how you know they care. You know, I gotta be real. I completely forgot that was an 11-minute track. Okay, the bells just sounded off at the end. Yeah, I completely forgot that was an 11-minute track. At the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, it's 11 minutes. Which I feel like for any artist, it's got to be extremely tough to just capture somebody's attention for that long. I'm somebody who I like to think of myself with a higher attention span. Like I don't mind the 17-minute songs like Pink Floyd. I don't like some of my favorite songs of all time are 8 or 9 minutes. So you know, when it comes to me, I can definitely handle it. But there's definitely some songs where like, okay, you could remove the 1 minute, 30 seconds, 45 seconds like that. I didn't feel that way with this song. Again, there was a lot of things to really focus on in terms of the production, but also in the subject matter. So they're talking about the observation of life in this album, and more so on this one. I know if I remember correctly, New York City was the one in the beginning that they mentioned that they might have been focusing on. But it definitely sounded like there were some other concepts within that song that I probably missed. Maybe kind of like looking back in time or looking back at what was back then. Again, I need to listen to that song again just because there was so much going on. But that was definitely a very expansive instrumental in terms of everything when it comes to the synthesizers, just the development of some of these like sections of the songs, and very atmospheric at times. At other times, I felt like the mood has shifted to a lot more of a serious mood. Other times, we're a little bit more upbeat. You know, life is good, but then we're getting to this very somber feel. So there's a lot to like dissect about that song. That for a first reaction, 11-minute track, I'm just not going to be able to do it. I need to listen to it a few more times. But definitely, that was one that kept my attention and was very intriguing, though. But in terms of just breaking it down, that's just too difficult to do on a first reaction. But yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun listening to that one. And by the way, the guitar solo towards the end, yeah, okay, I see you. I'm gonna do some research after the fact, but right now, as a blind reaction, everybody's doing their thing. But track 6 is Witch Hunt Part 3 of Fear. So I'm guessing this is a series, and they've done 1 and 2 in previous albums. This album came out in 1981. See, they're used to the synthesizer.
The night is black without a moon. The air is thick and still. The vigilantes gather on the lonely torch-lit hill. Features distorted in the flickering light. Faces are twisted and grotesque. Silent and stern in the sweltering night. Mob moves like demons possessed. Quiet in conscience, calm in their right. Confident their ways are best.
Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, held it on. That drummer though.
Righteous rise with burning eyes of hatred and ill will. Madmen fed on fear and lies to beat and burn and kill.
Oh, that was a nice. Oh, that was great. Dun, 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 dun.
They say there are strangers who threaten us. Our immigrants and infidels. They say there is strangeness to danger us. In our theaters and
What was that?
store shelves. Those who know what's best for us must rise and save us from ourselves. Quick to judge, quick to anger, slow to understand. Ignorance and prejudice
Yeah, that was a very interesting track. That track definitely put you at a time period in the world, especially with the way it started and given the title called Witch Hunt. But I find they are really great in creating like the dark sound when it comes to these synthesizers, when it comes to the dramaticness of the percussion of the guitar work, and even with the heavy like riffs and the thicker bass lines, they create this very, and maybe it's because the title helps a little bit in creating that feeling, but like a haunting experience as you're listening to this music. This one more so with I'm talking about Witch Hunt. Now, in the music, the album in its entirety, but more so to Witch Hunt because we just listened to it. Now, I could be wrong, but it seems like they're kind of criticizing that mob mentality, especially given the times of witch hunting, and just like that fear or just that anger towards, you know, that irrational judgment, like, hey, that person is a witch, this and that. Again, I'm not claiming to be an expert of that time period, but from some of the very, very small level of stuff that I've learned while I was in school, a while back when we covered stuff like this, which it wasn't a very big section of history class, it was a very small one, but I'm thinking about that time. I'm kind of putting myself in the perspective of maybe, okay, how would the people be like during that mob era of, hey, we need to go get this person? And it seems like they're criticizing that whole kind of mentality, but putting it in the context, using the context of back then and putting it today, which this album came out, it's not necessarily today, but the album when it released in 1981. So I try to put myself in the context of when this album released as well. Whew, wow. If I just pretend like I'm 1980, like I'm in 1981 listening to this, I'm like, yo, oh, this came out February 12th, 1981. Okay. Anyways, like I can't really feel the impact of the album because I wasn't there for the time. But if I just consider the music landscape from what I've known so far and I put this album in there, I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. All right. Like this is very progressive in terms of the rock sound. But track 7 is Vital Signs.
Unstable condition, a symptom of life. In mental and environmental change, atmospheric disturbance, the fever's flux.
I just feel like they're about to go right now.
Interface and interchange. The impulse is pure. Sometimes our circuits get shorted by external interference. Signals get crossed and the balance distorted by internal incoherence. A tired mind become a shapeshifter. Everybody need a mood lifter. Everybody need reverse polarity. Everybody got mixed feelings about the function and the form. Everybody got to deviate from the norm.
You see that section right there, especially ending it with everybody got to deviate from the norm. Especially, yeah, just given the context of the album, they're really good at just kind of tackling this concept.
An ounce of perception, a pound of obscure. Process information at high speed. Pause, rewind, replay. Warm memory chip. Random sample of the one you need.
They're good. They're so good when it comes to that last line of that verse. That riff, man. Come on, come on.
Everybody got mixed feelings. Everybody got
Mixed feelings.
Everybody got to deviate from the norm.
Oh, that chugging.
Everybody got to deviate from the norm. Everybody got to elevate 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 from the norm. Everybody got to escalate from the norm. Everybody got to
I'm gonna let it fade out. I'm gonna let it fade out. Yeah, I found myself like, everybody got mixed feelings. One thing they do throughout this album that I really enjoy a lot is their using of pausing the instrumental for a quick second or two and not have it feel so abrupt. That one was a little interesting just because it felt like it incorporated some other genres in it. Like every little thing is gonna be all right. You get what I'm saying? Now I gotta think about when that song released, but it kind of seemed like they were taking from that melody, which if it was, that's just really cool to use and use it in this way. But yeah, the synthesizers on there, that just progressive rock sound. So I found out prog is the correct term for that. Yeah, I need to really dive into the prog bag. Like I haven't really done too much prog. Well, I don't know. It's really hard to categorize music. That's why I try not to. I just kind of go off of base what Apple Music labels it under, which is rock. And so as I'm listening to this one and you give into the subject matter as well, it's just so cool that the subject matter and the production side of things, they go hand in hand in terms of like having these forward thinking songs / production, because they're talking about resisting conformity in society, and that track 7 and track 1 go hand in hand, which is a good start and a good ending to the album. Then you also have the middle section of the album, which it kind of takes you through the societal stuff that they're talking about. But it's just a full circle kind of thing, and it's just a very extremely cohesive album, which for, again, as I said earlier in the album reaction, I really enjoy rock music, not only because of the sound, the production style, and how just unique it is, and their will to want to do some cool and new innovative stuff, but their subject matter really resonates and really hits you in terms of your mental and just wanting to get some of your feelings out there, especially with how you feel about the world. And I think Rush did a tremendous job with this album, it being 7 songs, being concise album, and having all these like high moments of the album where every song had its own unique kind of feel to it. Introspective, like storytelling. What else can I think about? Oh, and the fact that the band just had a lot of great chemistry, especially with the song YYZ, where you just felt like they were in the pocket, they were in the groove, and across all aspects, layer by layer for each individual component of the song, whether it's the vocals, the bass, guitar, drums, whatever you want to pick out, right? They were all doing their thing, and they did it at a very high level, which this was a very interesting album. The way the track 1 started off, man, I knew this had to be different just because I was like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna play the intro of track 1 more time. Oh my, that sounds like when the aliens land.
Warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
You know, that melody does give me the you got mud on your face, a big disgrace. No, 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 no. Like it kind of gives me that kind of sound as well. I'm not sure which song came first or if there's any inspiration from either song. It doesn't necessarily matter. The point is, the first 13 seconds of that track, I knew we were in for a good treat right here. But anyways, that is the first reaction to Moving Pictures. I thoroughly enjoyed this album. It was very interesting. Very I love concept albums for the most part. And so when I'm listening to this one, I found myself kind of self-reflecting a lot. And, you know, at times very quiet because I'm really paying attention to so much stuff going on. And for a first reaction, especially with the song The Camera Eye, that's just too much for a first reaction to dissect and really kind of understand. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting album for me to keep checking back onto and just see how my knowledge of this kind of evolves. I'm definitely going to do some research after this video too, just because there's a lot of cool stuff and interesting stuff that I need to read up on. But anyways, that's all I really got for y'all. Until next time, catch you on the next one.